audience today. I'm Mohamed Sheha, instructor at the Department of Mathematics, Southeast Missouri State University. I'm glad to present our presentation titled Teaching Innovations in Undergraduate Introductory Probability and Statistical Course Application of RStudio and Case Study. This work has been done by Emmanuel, Thompson, and Mohamed Sheha. So the outline of this presentation, introduction and modern statistical software, art tutorials and case study, summary and conclusion and the reference. The introduction, the purpose of this presentation, statistical data analysis softwares and programs such as R and RStudio, Python and SAS are highly in demand. However, university programs with courses in introductory probability and statistics still use the traditional statistical analysis softwares programs. The goal of this presentation, introduce teaching innovations in undergraduate introductory probability and statistical courses. Also the objective to integrate the use of RStudio software in the computational process. To use the case study as a means of helping students and using real life world problems. The prior, our introductory statistical courses are theoretically strong, but limited to the practical applications and also lack of use of modern statistical data analysis software such as RStudio, Python, in our introductory probability and statistical courses. To address this weakness, we implement our tutorial and case study in our first introductory probability and statistical courses. At the beginning of each unit, the student gets access to all teaching material, including our tutorial. Also, at the end of the unit, case study is assigned to the student. Data set from a variety of disciplines are used for both our tutorial and case study as well. In total, 10 units are covered for the students. For the future, students will be well prepared for the upper level statistical and data science courses. Students also will be prepared for the job market. So for the rest of the presentation, Dr. Thompson, he will guide you and take you through the rest of the presentation. Mic for you, Dr. Thompson.
Yeah, thank you, Mohamed. So as Mohamed indicated, we sort of introduce our tutorial and also case studies in our first level introductory probability and statistics courses. So generally, we look at things from basic, intermediate, and then to advanced level. We do this just to make sure that the students are well prepared to be able to take higher level courses in statistics, probability, and data science. So by way of basic, we have 2 units, okay, 2 units of tutorial. The first one has to do with introduction to R and RStudio. So in that wise, we sort of introduce students to the basics of RStudio, how to install both R and RStudio, and then also how to navigate the landscape of R and RStudio, and then some basics of something we call R packages, which form the powerhouse of the usage of R, okay? So I wouldn't delve into that now because of scarcity of time. I will finish everything, and when there is time, I will show you the actual tutorials. They are hosted on a different website. So that's unit 1. And then unit 2 tutorial, we take them through frequency distributions and graphs. So sort of we use the tool of R to show them how to visualize data. So once they are done with unit 1 and unit 2, they have case studies so that they can practice what they have learned based on the tutorial. And I would say these tutorials are not substitutes for the theoretical foundations they need. We make sure we cover all the theory before we bring them on the tutorial, then they can now apply the tools of R to real data. Then at the intermediate level, we have 3 tutorials, which we caption them Unit 3 tutorials, Unit 5 tutorial, and then Unit 6 tutorial. So in Unit 3 tutorial, that's when we expose them to data manipulation and then how to describe data. And they do that using the tool of R. After that, they have a case study to practice what they have learned. And then in Unit 5 and Unit 6, that's when we introduce them to probability distribution. For instance, in Unit 5, we introduce them to discrete distributions, and we focus on only 2 distributions. We have one we call the binomial distribution, and then the other one is called the Poisson distribution. So we sort of introduce them to that at that level. After that, then there is a case study for them to practice what they have learned. Then in Unit 6, they still focus on the continuous probability distribution. And here, our only focus is the normal distribution, because we feel if they understand the normal distribution very well, going forward, it shouldn't be easy to, implement what they have learned to other types of statistical distributions, particularly those related to continuous probability distribution. After that, then they have another case study. So if you bundle all these together, we assume they have the intermediate knowledge of R. Then we come to the advanced level. So at the advanced level, we combined Unit 7 and 8 together, and we call that statistical inference. So there they learn how to sort of make inference from data using the tool of R. And just after that, they also have a case study so that they can practice what they have learned. So I would say till now, we've gotten to Unit 7 and 8 tutorials currently, and we are working towards getting Unit 10 tutorial because the semester is still ongoing, and I think we have about 2 weeks to end the semester. So then statistical modeling will follow if only we have time. So like I said, all these case studies and tutorial are hosted on a website called RPubs. RPubs is sort of a repository provided by RStudio so that users of R can share their work and also they can share their code. Okay, so if I have time, I will show you that. However, I have the link. Anybody who is interested, we can share the link with the person. Now, as a form of summary, these are some takeaway functions at the end of the course that we expect the students to be able to use so long as they finish the course. I wouldn't be able to read each one of them, but they are on these slides, and we are more than happy to share the slide with anyone who is interested. Then in terms of our concluding remarks, we want to say that these improvements we've started implementing in our classrooms will make the course or our course accessible to students from multiple disciplines. Nowadays, they talk about data science, the ability to use data to inform decisions. It's not only the preserve of those who become statisticians, it cuts across multiple disciplines and practice areas. For this reason, we want to make sure this course is accessible to any major on campus, and also to prepare students for upper level courses in statistics and data science, as well as equip students with the basic foundation to compete in statistics and or data science events, such as data science competition. I'll say in conclusion, it is our belief that these changes that we have introduced in our courses or our course would equip students with the needed market demand for statistical analysis software skills. And these are some of the material we consulted when we were putting this together. And I would say we'll still hang on with questions and comments. I don't know how much time I have. Yeah, I think I have already, I have some few times. So let me show you what I have on RPubs. Okay, so I'll say thank you. So let's quickly look at our pops. Let's see.